So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for entertainment purpose.
Alright guys, so what I'm doing today is the Three Little Pigs. Now, do you know, no, and I'm not talking about that fairy tale, I'm talking about the Disney version. So basically, every time, like, when's their first cartoon, who made it, in old times they appeared, ever since. So yeah. And maybe I'll do the song, but I don't know. But it's Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf? Nor am I, basically. I'm not really in the mood to sing right now. But yeah. So, let's see. We got one who directed the original was Burt Grill. Produced by Walt Disney. Written by Pablo Verde, Ted Siegel, Webb Smith, Albert Hunter, and Bubble V. Moles. Starring Bill Muller, Pablo B. Blurred, Darby Mertz, and Marby Moeller. Music by Frank Church. But I guess he's not the one who wrote it, because the one who wrote the song is Henry Hall. So yeah. And so this one was released May 27, 1933. And it has like a bunch of sequels. That's why I'm doing this one as a. So the one who played each one of the pigs has their own name. We got Fiddler Pig, who I think is the one who does the. Because basically, the one who makes the wood and one who makes the straw are pretty similar. Because what happens to both of them in the original story. So let me find out which one's which. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so let's reread. So, I think I already read that part, but I'm just gonna. Thanks, so this one came out May 27, 2023. 1933. And there was a series of, afterwards, because how well, I guess, it did. And how fondly, is remembered. So, yeah. Because there's even, the Who Afraid of Big Bad Wolf has like been used for a bunch of stuff. But to go against the Nazis and stuff like that, and Hitler, and then the song was written further inspired for a title named Who Afraid of Virginia's Wolf, which was made into a film 1966. So yeah, it's still like this thing is also a good thing that happened during the Great Depression. Like, so anytime something like is needs something to tell them who's afraid of something, they sing this song. And the Big Bad Wolf's usually something, whatever they're referring to. So yeah, let's talk about every time they used him, and I'll show you guys pictures. So the one that we usually see first was the one that has has the flute, and that was the one that does the hay of the straw. And then we had the one with the violin, who does the wood, and then we have the one who has wear overalls and is the one that does the bricks. So yeah, then so the next short is called Hoot the Big Bad Wolf, which has to do with the Red Riding Hood. And then there's the three little wolves. His basically the big bad wolves teaches his cubs how to be be bad wolves, like going after the pigs. And then there's Practical Pig. And then there's Mickey's pole team, which basically they just do a cameo, and it's not really what about theirs. And there's poker return the their turn, which is like basically the Hare and the Tortoise sequel. That one doesn't have that many. I think that's the only one that one has returns for that one. Stan Parade. Then there's Phil Dirty Pig. And then there's Food When It's a War, which is basically like a propaganda cartoon. That's a cameo. Then they did a cameo for Mickey Christmas Carol, where they sing in the background like trying to get money for the poor. They were in Who Framed Roger Rabbit as a cameo. I couldn't find a picture for it though. Then there's they were in House of Mouse, the Christmas one, and House of Mouse, the villains, and they were recently in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie, when they showed Roger Rabbit in that part of the movie. That one I got pictures for. They have been in 3 video games. They have been in Epic Mickey 2, where you actually get to talk to them. They got My Little Doll. They're in My Little Dolls, which is a bunch of toys that you actually can get. And then there's Ill Island, which I have not played yet, so I don't know what they're in yet, because I'm busy playing Final Fantasy 16, so I don't know when I'm going to play that one. Now we got the game I want to play afterwards planned after that. So, I don't know. I'll find out when I have time to play, because there's so many games out that I can't play. So, then we got park attraction. So these are just things that they showed up in, like parades, rides, and stuff like that. And shows that they gotta show at Disneyland, Disney World, and at the other parks, like the one in France, and probably one in China. Those are the only other parks. So we got Mickey's Parvou. This is a bunch of like animatronics, which is basically based off of that short I talked about. Phantom Magic. Zoo. I'm sorry for having a hard time saying these names. Drew Sun. Light Magic. Phantasma. Parades of Stars. Disney Easter Wonders. Happiness is Here Parade. Tokyo Disneyland Electrical Parade. Dreamlight. Mickey the Dazzle Christmas Parade. And last one, Mickey and his pants time off. And his pals time off. Okay. Now, animators, we have Frank Moore, Dick Lantern, and Art Barkin, and display right here, Frank Moore. Now let's do the voice actors. We got for Fiddler Pig is Doll more between 1933, 1939. June more Dew Frost for 1954. Cameo Glory Wood 1958, and then Carly 88 for 2009 to Rudely Taylor 2012. And we got Caitlin Roxton, who did it for Wonderful World of Disney. Wonderful World of Disney of Mickey Mouse. Now we got the one for the violin pig. Mary Moore to 1930. 3 to 1939. Same exact one who did for 1954. Looks like a lot of the same voices. Yeah. Only one is different was the 1933-1939 one. Now for Practical Pig, we got Gunther Blunt, who did 1933 to 1954. Tommy Wickler for Practical Pig. Gore Woods for 1958. Tony Pork from 1951. And Bill Farmer from 1988 to present. Now, I want to find out who did the Big Bad Wolf. Calm down. Actually, I have a Big Bad Wolf in here right now. Don't want Fitzy. Okay, so it looks like in the one who voiced him is Bill Clarker for 1933 to 1941. Bill Practical Farmer for yeah. If you don't know, there's a controversy where the Big Bad Wolf dressed up as a Jew in order to like trick the pigs, but I think that was just mostly the time period, since right now they're even pretending, since they used for like one short they had him pretend to be a Nazi, so it would make sense for him to do that. Since most of the time people have been using him to represent them, why would he not dress up as the version that the way they think they look? So yeah, people just don't get that he's back then, since that's what he represented. So he's the bad guy in every single sense of the word. So they were not trying to be racist during this time, or religious, whatever. They're just trying to point out that the Big Bad Wolf is bad, and sometimes you have to do that when you're showing how bad this character is. You have to make them dress in something that looks terrible. So yeah, people just don't get that. Disney was not trying to be mean. So yeah. We got Jimmy McDonald, who played him between 1948 to 1958, 1961. Will Ryan, 1981 to 1983. Toby Pope, 1988. Alright, where was I? Jim Cummings, 1988 present, and then there's Greg Berger, 2022 to Clancy Brown, 2020. So that's basically it, guys. So remember, when you are making evil versions of something, sometimes you have to make those evil versions dressed with something that looks terrible. Okay, look. These were made back in a different time period. People need to remember that, okay? Things were made differently. So they're going to have things that are questionable. So when in doubt, just remember different time period. Every time we get further on in time, we think things are difficult, different. Some of us do. But some of us have to really accept different time periods. So, yeah, so like, parents, subscribe. Bye-bye.